Good evening, everyone.
Over on the other shore.
Hope you're all
Stay out of the way.
really happy.
Oh, good shepherd,
Hope you're most well.
feed my sheep. One for Paul,
We're looking at
for Simon,
the latest enemy of the state.
my mother Jane. Can you hear
The farmers,
my lamb calling?
little West Coast
Good shepherd, feed my sheep.
farmers, not all like these wild hippies. Some are maybe more
If you want to get to heaven,
they all have the Soros target
over on the other shore.
on their heads.
Stay out of the way of the long-time line. Oh, good shepherd,
It's wild.
feed my sheep. One
It is just
for
unreal. Here we've got our... I swear I've seen these people. I think I told you about that trip. Oh my.
good shepherd,
Wow.
feed my sheep.
Here we are. Much love, everyone. Much love. We are going to delve in to what's happening now. Here we are looking at so many who escaped the cities and, went the way of the small farm, the little utopian community. Yay, we're seeing someone do things. There was some great footage I haven't been able to re-find of sort of like naked hippies plowing giant fields. I think it was in Washington. May have been like the Rainbow Family. There they are, just having left their MK Ultra, Jolly West, mind control, and there were the lucky few who got out. And here there are a few vids talking about the shutting down for some cannabis farms right here. Shutting down to protect the people. It's hilarious. They're telling dairy farms go big or go bust. Here's a lavender farm. They don't even want you to garden, right? And they're doing it for your own good. And she's right. It's sinister. And it was interesting because I thought, how do we bring this back to Tavistock, right? We've been doing a little Tavistock series, and then they shut down the farms in Oregon. And by the way, I can't believe I didn't call the police regarding the person I filmed yesterday. What has happened to me in all of this? Anyway, here we have Chinese organizations and Tavistock. We had Adorno to Mao, and I was telling my ex, I think they're going on the China model. There was some amazing YouTuber, I've got to find him again, and he said they're going on the Chinese model. It's wild because Jay Inslee here, of course, is he's our little first to allow human composting. So you can compost yourself, but so there's this little known fact that progressives love to sort of blow by. Yes, it's not the Great Leap, it's the Great Starvation, the Great Famine, right? And when you look into the Great Famine, when you really look into the Great Famine of China, what I've been reading is that compared with Stalin, Hitler was a wannabe, and compared to Mao, Stalin was a Sunday school teacher. The Great Leap Forward starved 45 million people. And some, a little had to do with bad weather. But weirdly, a huge amount had to do with poor distribution. They had overly exported food. They distributed things wrong. They were forcing people from the city to farm who didn't know anything. It was just general libtardism, really, at its best, at its finest. I mean, when I look at the people like at Evergreen and stuff, would I want them in charge of my food? God, no. God, no. No. Because why? Because we would all starve. And we just saw it in Venezuela as well. But this is a boo-boo. I mean, I grew up really learning about the Holocaust. We read The Diary of Anne Frank in elementary school. We were on it. And, but no one ever talked about the Chinese, loss of life, shall we say. That one gets brushed over, big time. And right now, of course, what we're listening to, one would be very punished, shall we say. Sorry, I was looking for a certain picture that was of people put into gun scaps that listen to classical music. But where did Mao get the money? Where did Mao get the money? Looks like it was funded by the Rothschilds. And later, the Rockefeller Foundation. So this is who funded it, everybody. This is who funded it. And now we've got Tavistock, Institute of Human Relations in China. Here they are in London. Here is that wild place in London. And Kissinger was all over it, wasn't he? Kissinger, who said, "I'm dying at the right time. I've got good timing because AI is going to learn Theodore Adorno," right? And, now it's sort of coming out more and more. There we go. They're kind of bold. They're just sort of saying it, aren't they? And don't you wonder who all the people are in the background? What are they talking about? There's Adorno, and who's he with there? So, the Chinese famine. You know, you've got the Chinese famine, and that's pretty much the model that we are working on right now. And here is the J. Inslee human composting. Instead of talking about how are we going to grow more food, no. It's shut food down, compost people. And in reading everything about the Chinese famine, they ate each other. It was horrible. This is something that is so glossed over that we never, ever spoke about. Here's something else really bizarre that came up when COVID happened. This was when I was just looking him up for the other stuff. Washington State Governor Inslee has suspended background checks for child care workers. Yeah, as part of like a COVID thing. Really weird, you know. He's the one who lets criminals out and puts business owners in jail. So there it is. Sorry. Here it is. And as you can see, the person in the dunce cap is wearing glasses, right? Because people wearing glasses and wearing ties, that meant that you could probably read. It meant if you could read, you were bouge. I don't know. Mao could read. Did Mao have glasses? You know, I don't know, but that I don't see anyone else wearing glasses, but that might be why. V.S. Naipaul wrote a really great book where he was talking about it happening in Africa now, like recently. Like like in the 80s or 90s or something, maybe even more recently, where I don't remember if it was like Rwanda, Botswana, Rhodesia, somewhere, and it's unconscionable. So that's something that they don't always like to fess up to, shall we say. And what is Tavistock going to be doing in China? What is happening? And this is making MK Ultra look quaint. Now we're just at starvation, the Great Leap to Chinese Famine, dunce caps, and J. Inslee's famous contribution to society, human composting of all bizarre things. The green burial alternative. You are all so amazing, and you all deserve so much better than this. Many blessings.